Georgie, put the beer down. Introduce us to our new best friends in the studio.
This is the first for the Dave Glover Show. I don't know that we've ever grilled on site. We bring a lot of food in here. A lot of food that's been in styrofoam for a while, but it's usually pretty good. I was talking to my friend Scott Thomas, who runs grillinfools.com, and I said, you've got this great recipe on your website for all these Super Bowl recipes. Why don't you bring something on the show on Friday? Just bring something in. And he said, I don't want to do that, but I will grill on the parking lot and bring some in the studio. And I said, you are on,
thank God,
brother.
You did. Oh, my God. Hi, Scott.
How you doing?
This is incredible. Oh, my God, this is so good.
Wings are killer. Just killer.
So, I just liked, there were 5 great recipes. One was, the first one, you had me at meat lollipops.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then there was a smoked chicken wing, a rubbed chicken wing that has a white barbecue sauce on it. And really, that's all I needed to know. So, Scott, you take it from there. And what the heck are we eating here? Because I got to go back to eating.
So we'll start with the meat lollipop, which is basically, it's you got ribeye laid out and pounded out flat, covered with some ham, covered with some sausage, and you roll it up into a loaf like this, and then you put it in the freezer for a little bit, half hour, firm it up, and you skewer it every, with little basically lollipop sticks, and you cut it in about 3/4 of an inch thick. You throw it on the grill. It got a little rub in there. Got little Code 3 spices on the outside of that, and then you throw a dipping sauce into it. I mean, we got some jerk. We've got barbecue sauce.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, it's appropriate.
Now, can the mere mortal, non-competitive griller do this recipe?
Nope.
That's kind of well. That's what we do on the site. Is if you go to any cookbook or any most 95% of all cooking sites or our cookbooks, they have they have a picture of how it looks at the end. They have a list of ingredients and they have some directions, right? Yeah. Well, we have a picture of the ingredients. We have a picture of every step of the way, and here's where we screwed it up this time, and we did it again, and we did it right this time, or whatever. So we have it. It's the shtick that we have. Our hook is step by step, picture by picture, foolproof instructions. Grillinfools.com. So that's what we are.
Great idea.
I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a recipe book or something on the internet, and I'm just deflated because I look at it and I know my own limitations and my short attention span. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. But if you make it like a second grader can follow it, I will do it.
It's all pictures. All you have to do is follow the pictures, and you're good to go.
When I tell my dad Greg, and my cousin Tom are the 2 Grillin' Fools, and I tell them, listen, do not put the pictures around the writing. The writing you can change. The pictures are there, so you can't change them. So you've got to.
I think your dad did want to point out one thing, though.
What's that? What did I miss?
Both these recipes were mine.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yes,
there you go.
You should start with that from now on.
I gave him some props on the 5 Super Bowl ones. I think he got 3 of them. I think mine and Tom's are the 2. So yeah, but basically, we lay it out so that the pictures tell a story, and we just kind of fill in a little text around that, so that you are every step. If you're grilling a brisket for 7 hours, and halfway through it looks kind of dark, and oh my God, it's ruined. Well, no, you have some sugar in the rub, so it's going to blacken a little bit more. It's fine. Don't worry about that. And that's what the website's full of. It's just practical advice on how to do this.
And they're real self-deprecating. It's like, we tried this, and we won't do that again. That was the time we burned the house down,
except for
that
Dad
kind of stuff.
I'm going to make sure you know that it's his recipes. Yes, they are.
Well, you know what? It's like, here's my take on it. And we were talking about, I've competed quite a bit in barbecue competitions, done well in some, that I think there's an absolute, some guys have a talent like anything else. But I watched Terry from Super Smokers and Fast Eddie, the best brisket guy from Kansas City. I did my first 2 competitions with them. I watched. The next one, they watched me, and the third one I did by myself. Like anything else. It's pretty much follow the directions, and it's going to come out good. And then once you get good at it, you can start adding in your own little flares. Like, I think I'm going to try a different rub or this or this. So, But anyone can do it if you just have a little bit of patience.
Right. And what our whole mission is, and the greatest thing we ever hear is when somebody comes to us and goes, I only do burgers and brats on my grill, but I saw your website and I tried X, and it was great, and now I'm going to try Y.
They grill fruits. They grill vegetables.
Lettuce,
you grill lettuce. You grill. I mean, it really is, and those pictures are great.
This is very great. I mean, I'm looking at the site now, and you wouldn't believe how helpful step-by-step pictures are.
And actually, that's like a big no-no on blogging. Keep it simple, keep it short to the point, and our posts are a mile long. Because you know what? We're going to make sure that you do it right.
Yeah.
And we make the comment that, we've made thousands and thousands and thousands of mistakes on the grill. So we're going to try to document it so that you don't.
That's it.
And
Absolutely.
We just tried. We burned, overcooked, and undercooked a ton of meat.
Yeah.
And, we had people come in, and then you just go back out in the grill. It's raw, or, oh, my God, it's dry.
Yeah.
So we're trying to document it so nobody else does.
What will you do personally for Super Bowl? What do you cook up?
I'm actually going to do another one of Dad's recipes, actually. It's a cheesy bacon pull-apart bread. You take a loaf of bread, and you cut kind of a grid pattern across it.
Uh-huh.
And then in between it, you shove crumbly bacon and cheese, and then you drizzle this herbed butter on top of that. Throw it on the grill for I made it the other night for like 5 minutes, 8 minutes, depending on how hot the grill is. That cheese melts, and you just pull the chunks out at a time. I mean, once you have this, if you ever go to a party and somebody sets out a rye bread and dill dip, you're going to want to throat punch them. Like, listen, never again.
Oh, my God, look at that thing.
It looks amazing.
What kind of bread is that?
I think it was just a sourdough. And I made it the other night with a Vienna bread, which I don't even know what Vienna bread is.
You
But I
just
went to the
thought it
store,
looked interesting.
and I'm like looking for sourdough, nothing. I'm looking for rye, nothing. I'm like, I don't know what this Vienna bread is, but I'm taking it. You know what I mean? And it was fantastic.
That's worth a visit. Can I tell you how many people are going to come to this and do that for Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to be the guy with the thing on Super Bowl.
This is it.
Yep.
And you know what? I basically, if you cook up the bacon the night before, you can prep this, cook this, and have it done in under 10 minutes.
Wow. Isn't it amazing how simple
and you can
some
do
of
it in the
best things
oven
are?
too if you're, I mean.
So what are
boring.
your grilling preferences? Like what sort of apparatus do you like to cook on, and do you use charcoal? Do you use wood? Do you use pellets?
I used to be a big charcoal snob, and I'm now pretty agnostic about it because I have 3 kids, and so I don't have the time to smoke stuff for 10 hours anymore. So when I do charcoal and I smoke, I do high heat. I do 300 degrees, so I do ribs in 2 hours. When I do gas, I got a couple charbroiled true infrared. That's why I grilled the stuff outside on a charbroiled true infrared. So I use a Kamado at home, Kamado style grill. I'm a big fan of the Grill Dome. That's a fantastic. It's so great. It's so much better than Big Green Egg. Sorry guys, and I know there's a big following.
Someone out
for you
there's
guys.
like, whoa! Yeah.
There's a whole lot of
what did
people,
he say?
There's a whole lot of people pissed off right now, but let me tell you, the only thing that Big Green Egg has innovated in the last 10 years is raising their prices. So
Wow.
yeah.
Who does this son of a bitch think he
Rolling
is?
it down.
You're a charbroil fan, though, but I was at your house, and your house looks like a grill showroom.
Yeah.
You got 5 or 6,
Got a
or were they
bit of a
just brought
problem?
in for the party?
I've got I think a couple people brought some grills. You know what I mean? So yeah, I have.
Now, is Craftig a sponsor?
Yes.
Okay,
Craftig's
'cause I
a
saw you
sponsor.
brought in some
They
beer.
brought some beer. Thank you, Craftig. I brought. I think I have 5 grills right now.
Yeah, that's a problem. Anytime you have 5
Dad's got
anything,
8. Dad's got 8.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
We actually both my mom and my wife, my mom for dad has grill in, grill out. So if you get a new grill, yeah, go ahead, Dad.
Got to get rid
It's
of
a
it.
little version on the accounting method of first in, first out, last in, first out. Only
Yeah.
it's grill in, grill
Oh,
out
yeah,
at our
yeah.
house
It
now.
If we
makes
get a new
sense.
one, I got to throw in. I got to sell another
Keeps you
one.
married.
So
What's the website again? All the info to find you guys?
GrillinFools.com, GRILLIN Fools.com. We're casual.
I will be making that bread. Guarantee you.
I'm telling you, he made it, and he did it for the post, and I hadn't tried it, and I made it for the other night, literally Monday night, and I was like, oh my God,
That's fantastic.
And I've been telling everybody, I don't care what you're doing, make this, just
There
make
you go.
this.
There's your Super Bowl dish. Thanks, guys. The guys from GrillinFools.com are here, where you can go for a Super Bowl or for any event and get a really good idiot-proof step-by-step of how you make all these different dishes. This bread thing is getting made at the Glover House, no doubt about it, this weekend. What will you do, Super Bowl?
Me? You know what? I think we're going to stay home, and I seriously am going to take the cover off the grill, and I just might do one of these recipes because
Yeah.
I just got so jazzed. There was one recipe in there called Moink Balls, which it was a very easy recipe. It's a bacon-wrapped meatball, and I brought that to a St. Louis Magazine, competitive cooking thing,
Yeah.
and won. Thank you
Nice.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
I didn't
and
get any
Scott.
credit for that. I don't believe
No,
I didn't
no.
get any of the royalties.
I went right
or-
to Greg. I just said, no, I figured it was his recipe anyway.
That's always a tough one. When
Actually, it
you-
was neither of ours.
When you absolutely use someone's recipe, but no one could ever know that, and they're like, "Wow, your ribs are amazing." Do you go like, "Well,"
but you changed that a little bit. You had a pumpkin spice rub on that, and there's no way that was the stock rub.
No.
Yeah,
That's my original. My pumpkin spice rub is kind of my signature rub. My signature rib is my pumpkin spice ribs with the apple pumpkin ribs, marinated in apple cider and then smoked with apple wood and with this pumpkin. It's like the perfect fall.
Wow.
A little pumpkin lager.
Never
on
had
the
that
side,
thought in my head. That's great.
What's the craziest thing you've grilled? I'm sure it's...
Fruit. I grilled some melon one time, and the grill wasn't that hot. It was terrible.
Wouldn't it be great if he goes, "A little kid, there's this one time. Man,
kicked a little bit.
I was wasted.
I got those marks just right.
I'll be honest with you.
I've always wanted to go back
kid.
and redo the melon and try that again. I just never, because it was such a abysmal failure.
Yeah.
But you have a melon with prosciutto and nuts and cheese that I saw.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I've done. Well, I just grilled. Yeah, I put was pear wrapped in prosciutto. You grilled the pears, then wrapped them in prosciutto, and put some cheese, and that was pretty stellar. I mean, that's kind of a higher class fare. You know what I mean? Yeah, we still have brisket and all that kind of stuff, but we're grilling romaine lettuce. Grill salad.
What do you think? I still probably am happy with 50% of my briskets. Is that the toughest for you too?
That is the hardest thing to master.
You have like a 10-minute window. And that thing's just shoe leather.
Texas crutch, man.
Yep.
Texas crutch. Use the foil. If you don't use the foil, everybody, they do it for 12, 15 hours. I do my briskets in 6, 7 hours.
Yeah. I've been fast cooking too.
Yeah, I smoke them for 3, 4 hours, wrap in the foil with a bunch of mop sauce, and let them steam, and keep probe thermometer. That's the other one. It's more than the foil. The probe thermometer, and the one that will beep and tell you, hey, it's there.
Yeah. Hey,
because if you walk away for too long, what a waste.
So Grillin, no G, grillinfools.com. Great recipes. Georgie, thank you. Have
You're
a good
welcome.
Super Bowl, boys.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Quick break.
Should be a holiday.
Right back with Max on Movies.